Good morning, motor cars. It is Friday the 18th, and we've got a bunch of birthdays this weekend. Over on the Toyota side, we have RJ, who has birthday this weekend. Also, Adam Thompson in Honda sales, William Boswell in Toyota sales, James Hockey, a Honda valet, and John Hum, who's in Honda sales. Anniversaries since 1995, Sheila in the Honda office. So happy anniversary, happy birthday, folks. With all the stuff going on about the election and all the crazy noises being made by all the different candidates and all the folks that favor one or the other of them, I thought I'd pull up a bunch of presidential factoids just so you could get kind of a feel of what things have really gone on in the past with different presidents, just so that you understand no matter who winds up being president and whether you favor them or not, the world is not going to end. I promise. President Ulysses S. Grant was convinced that black and white people could never live together peacefully, so he came up with the idea of buying the Dominican Republic and deporting everyone who was black. Before he became president, George Washington lost almost every major battle, and while his army starved at Valley Forge, he threw himself an incredibly expensive birthday party. President Thomas Jefferson sometimes greeted visiting dignitaries while wearing his pajamas, just like Hugh Hefner. President Nixon ordered G. Gordon Liddy and Howard Hunt to kill journalist Jack Anderson. They decided that he was probably kidding. When President Woodrow Wilson had a stroke, his wife Edith took over the U.S. government, which earned her the nickname the first woman president, despite the fact that women couldn't even vote at the time. Nancy Reagan did much the same thing during her husband's second term when he began to suffer from mental issues associated with Alzheimer's. Let's see here. President John Quincy Adams thought that the Earth was hollow, and he financed an expedition to prove it at taxpayer expense. Before getting into politics, President Gerald Ford was a male model. President James Madison was 5 feet 4 inches and weighed about 100 pounds soaking wet. During Ronald Reagan's presidency, his schedule for everything was set by an astrologer named Joan Quigley, and in 1982 he dedicated a space shuttle launch to the group that later became Al-Qaeda. 12 of our presidents actually owned slaves. President Johnson liked to intimidate people. If the fact that he was 6'3" and 210 pounds didn't do it, he found other ways, including swearing in their presence, and he once even peed on a Secret Service agent that he didn't like in public. James Buchanan, who was president before Abraham Lincoln, was the first gay American president. He had an affair with an Alabama senator named William Rufus King and remained a bachelor until his death. So folks, no matter what happens, I promise, the world will continue, the country will continue. We've seen worse people than whoever winds up getting to be president next. And the wonderful thing about how we elect folks is, if we don't like them, in 4 years they're out of a job. Thanks. Have a good weekend, motor cars.
Hello, my name is Carmetta Brabson. I'm the spouse of Jamil Brabson, and good things come to those who wait. I am so excited to be a part of the Motor Cars family, finally. Thank you for bringing me on board.